Should the 49ers move Marcell Harris to linebacker permanently? They moved him to linebacker against the Saints and really had the best defensive performance of the season. The best thing I've seen in a long, long time. They called it dime. They didn't say that he was a linebacker. They just basically said they were using dime. Should they stick with that, or I don't know? What's the future of Marcell Harris?
I would go ahead and stick with it. It's something that they did, as we talked about the other day in 2017 with Eric Reed in the second half of that season. Go ahead and keep running it. He plays like a linebacker. He's faster than the other guys that they can put in that spot. Just keep rolling with it, and playing in tight like that kind of helps too, because his problem is always that he's taking bad angles. Well, now he's a lot closer now, so he doesn't have those angles quite as much.
Point.
I wouldn't say indefinitely stick with it, but I think it's definitely that's just something be at the disposal when they need be, because it's also been driving me nuts about like, hey, we have two safeties out there, so we can't find a spot for Tavarius Moore. Like, yes, you can. You can just roll him out there, take one of the slot corners or one of the linebackers out. But now Marcell Harris, I've always viewed him as better, like capable in coverage, but you don't want him there per se. You want to mix him up so he can stay up front to keep the offense guessing. Like, is he dropping back? Or is he? That's how he got burnt on that Packers play, because he was playing up because he thought he was going to give Rodgers a different look. But you're not going to fool Rodgers with that Come on, you're Marcell Harris. But he played so much better. And that was a smart decision. Kamara is not a bruiser back. He's someone that, hey, one cut, I'm gone. So that was perfect, because Marcel, if you put Shahir out there, Kamara would have had 150 plus yards out there. So I love that adjustment. I love that Shannon actually allowed Saleh to do that. But you kind of think about it. Well, it took them an injury for them to actually play these guys. So it's kind of funny how that's what they needed to be. So definitely keep it in the playbook for them to use going forward.
I like the dollar defense, but I would use it situationally like they did with New Orleans, where New Orleans uses a lot of receivers. Alvin Kamara is probably their best player, and he's used out of the backfield. And then they have a lot of tight ends that are athletic and can move. So I like Harris as the linebacker there. But against the Rams, where I think they strive running the ball first using Darrell Henderson and Malcolm Brown, I do like the idea of having bigger bodies, especially since the Rams use two tight ends a lot. They use Gerald Everett and Tyler Higbee, and then even Johnny Munn gets out there when he's healthy. So I do like using bigger linebackers against that team. But then when they play the Bills, where they're going to be throwing the ball deep a lot, I do like having Harris as a linebacker in that sense.
Yeah, there are probably certain matchups where you'd rather have a bigger body like Al-Shaair at outside linebacker than Harris. Maybe. But the way I look at Harris is he's a strong safety or a linebacker or a weak side line. He can play either one. And the thing on the Niners is, if you're the strong safety on this team, you got to play a lot of free safety too, because you're playing next to Jimmy Ward, who's getting paid a lot of money, and he plays in the box a lot. He plays a lot of coverage on third down on tight ends. So where Marcell Harris would get in trouble is when he was playing free safety. He would take bad angles, bad instincts in center field and give up big plays. He can't play there. So to me, he can't play strong safety in this scheme and on this defense as long as Jimmy Ward's on the field, because it means he's playing a lot of free. So you can get rid of that problem by playing him at linebacker. I think he's a good linebacker. I like it. As long as Jimmy Ward's on the team, I think his running mate should be Tavarius Moore, because, again, that guy's got to be in center field a lot, and he's the one with the most range. I don't see any glaring weaknesses in his play, and he is a playmaker, or so far he has been. So I like the idea of Marcell Harris at like weak side line. Well, I guess he would be strong side linebacker, whatever. One of the outside linebacker spots and Moore at the other safety. I like that. I guess you would call Tavarius Moore the strong safety, because Jimmy Ward, like his ego, again, he needs to be the free safety. Can't be nickel, can't be strong, got to be free. Fine, whatever you want to call it. You're that. Moore, you're the other one. Harris, you're down in the box. I like that. So that's what it's going to be. I'll call Robert. I'll let him know. And told him, love all 49ers.